Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel.
You know, in that first and even for most of the second period of that Edinburgh game, we really played to the potential that we should be. Team looked confident, in control of the game. You know, I haven't been involved in many of those, but that was a very tough, difficult one to take. We had to regroup the guys. And we've kind of isolated ourselves in the dressing room a little bit, you know, but when these guys got to get their backs against the wall, you're just going to expect them to come out fighting, and I just have to make sure I keep these guys positive and looking to, you know, forward rather than back and having regrets.
And how much are you and the boys hurting just now? How determined are you to get a win this weekend?
Oh no, determination, don't underestimate that, absolutely. Psychologically, you know, it can be damaging when you're in a bit of a losing streak, and especially when you feel a tremendous pressure to get that win. Maybe possibly played a part in that game on Sunday in Edinburgh. You know, playing to protect a win or, you know, protect a lead rather than going right to the end. So I think it's important that we go out this weekend and just, instead of concentrating the scoreboard, just shift to shift, stick to the game plan, and these guys will be fine. But they really need a boost of confidence, and we hope we get that Saturday day.
Can you look back at the game and look back at the first two periods in Edinburgh and look and say to the boys, that's what we expect from you?
Oh yeah, well no, absolutely, and we've addressed that and we've talked about that because you see in that hockey game, we really saw glimpses of what we're capable of that hark back to similarities we saw at the start of the season. And nothing was changed other than I think the work ethic and determination. Fractured a wee bit. I think that instead of keeping our eye on the main prize, which was the 2 points, I think that we possibly thought that maybe guys who'd been hurting a little bit, getting points up in the board, we got off track a little bit. Legs started moving, started taking too many offensive chances, and ultimately it cost us. So we've addressed that this week because we know, and this is you know, with any team, but specifically with us, if we take care of our own end, this team, the offensive capabilities they have, it's going to come. But we have to build in front of our goaltender and move forward, and that's where we're successful. That's where we've always been successful.
What's the mood been like in training this week?
Yeah, you know, we a bit dour at the start of the week, but set the boys down and really had a good talk about things and talked about important pressure and non-important pressure, and really tried to eliminate a lot of the stuff that we can't control and worry about the stuff we can control. That's a big difference. Instead of having everything heaped on your shoulders, if you just worry about a few key things and take care of business, these guys will be a lot better. And you know what? We got that. We aired a few things early on in the week. The practice has been upbeat. Guys have had a good week of training session. A lot of hard work gone in again, and they'll be ready for this weekend.
And do you see the guys in training supporting each other and helping each other along this week?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's important because you know, I played on a team in juniors that unfortunately one year it wasn't the most successful season, and the team can go one of two ways. It can get together and support each other and help throughout, or it can fracture. Certainly haven't seen any signs of any fracturing. The guys, we went out for lunch the other day, had a good lighthearted scrimmage one morning here just to loosen up the hands and get a bit of a skate, and you know, getting the guys together away from the rink a little bit as well, you know. So we don't want them dwelling on it all week. Stewie and I can tweak what needs to be tweaked, but these guys, we just need them to relax, work hard when they come to the office, and prepare for the weekend.
Going into this weekend, what's your thoughts going to Manchester, a team that Fife beat a few weeks ago in penalty shots? Yeah,
and a team that is very offensively threatening right now. They score a lot of goals, especially in that building down south. It's a smaller building, but you know, we're going to go in there and we're going to have to go after these guys. It's been a very frustrating 3 weeks for us, and it's time to turn this thing around.
Obviously, we don't want to look too far ahead, but on the Sunday at home to Braehead Clan, one of our biggest rivals?
Yeah, absolutely. So Saturday, we have to address Saturday first, but Sunday can't be far from our minds. They came here and beat us handily, which really kind of kicked off this bad run of form. So hopefully we can bookend it with a successful weekend here and put this behind us.
And Danny Stewart, if he plays on Saturday, Danny Stewart will break the import record for most appearances in the league.
Yeah, tremendous accomplishment. Not only does it take a lot of hard work and commitment, it takes that determination to be in that lineup each and every night for 10 years plus, and that's wearing on the body. But Danny, he wears it on his sleeve out there. I mean, I'm sure people can tell that he goes out there and he works his butt off night in, night out, and really, cares about what happens out on the ice. So, hopefully Saturday night he's down there in Manchester with us, and he gets that record. It'll be a nice little accolade for him. But I know that first and foremost in his mind is the 2 points for the club, which I'm sure he'd be much more pleased with.
Just finally, injury news. Michael Dorr went off against Edinburgh, and Kyle Haynes missed last weekend. Are they due in this weekend?
Hainesy's had a great week of training with us. Last week was precautionary, unfortunately for us. We missed him, but we didn't want to risk losing him for a longer term. Hainesy's back and looking good. Dorsey, same thing. A couple days rest for him, but he was out skating, or he will be out skating tonight. We'll see how he gets on, have him assessed by the medical staff, and like to have him in the lineup this weekend as well.
The players must get a big boost knowing that Kyle Haynes has come back in. He must be a really positive influence on the ice.
Well, Kyle Haynes, one of the players we did set our sights on having back at the end of last season. Important part of any success this club's had, a competitor, and Kyle Haynes is a key part of our lineup.
Cheers, Todd.
Thank you.